Good morning or good afternoon. Welcome back to Savoy Home Base Older Toddler. This is Miss Cindy Renteria, and we are moving on to week 10. Can you guys believe it? We're in week 10 already, moms and dads. We're very excited. We're moving on towards the end of our fall semester, moving on to our winter. And it makes us very happy that you guys are really enjoying these videos. And of course, we love to make the videos for you guys, and it makes us happy to hear all the feedback from you as mom and dad, and also the kids. When we do our Zooms, we get to see how um, how excited they get to watch our videos when it comes weekly by weekly. Um, Once again, my name is Miss Cindy Renteria. I'm more than happy to be doing this video with you guys, and we're gonna start off with our song, with our greeting song. And here we go. Miss Cindy's here today. Miss Cindy's here today. Clap, clap, clap. Miss Cindy's here today. Remember, moms and dads, we take a pause and we let our little ones sing along with us. Minnie already singing along with me when I'm actually singing the greeting song, which is good. And then also you try to incorporate any other family members. And if your child's already able to name brothers and sisters, uncles, just try to extend it more, or even start naming things you see around the house, which is a good idea too. And then also, we will be going on to our book, our storybook of this week will be Hands Are Not for Hitting. As we always recall, this is the front cover of the book, this is the spine of the book, and this is the back of the book. A lot of our little ones are already catching on and are learning the concept of each side of the book. And remember, mom and dad's repetition is very important. And we want to make reading a fun time for our little ones. We want to incorporate reading in our daily routines with our little ones. Like I tell you previously, even if you read 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes here, 4 minutes in the morning, 3 minutes in the afternoon, is more than fine. We do understand that at this age group, which is um, older toddlers. Some may sit through the whole story and some may not, which is fine. And remember, moms and dads, you can always read the same book as many times as you want as changing the story. And you just may use the pictures on the book, and you're more than welcome to do that. I actually encourage you to do that. Change the story up. You can make it fun. You can change the tone of your voice, or you can even have dad read the story to your little one, a mom or a sibling or older sibling or uncle or grandpa. It's always important for our children to hear, to listen to different tones of voices when it comes to reading to them. We're going to go ahead and start reading the book. Hands are not for hitting. And you see the little one is doing this. He's he's doing this fun thing with his hands. You see Miss Cindy's having, oh, there you go. Oh, there I go. I can do it. You guys take a try and do it. And when your little one is actually doing this, he's actually using his fine motors. This will be considered fine motors, mom. When he's actually trying to do something like this, is fine motors. We're gonna start. Hands come Hands come in all shapes, colors, and sizes. Hands can do lots of things. Can you wave yours? Can you guys wave at me? Miss Cindy is waving. Can you wave at me? Look how many hands we have here. And of course, we have some big ones, we have some little ones, we have some tiny ones, and they come in all different shapes and sizes and different colors. You see all the different colors we have? We have brown, we have like a caramel color, a lighter brown, a light skin. We all have different sizes and everything. We even have a doggy paw. You see, I almost missed it. How cute is that? Hands are not for hitting. What are hands for? Saying hello. She's greeting her friend. Hello. Maybe right now during this COVID season, we might not be greeting our friends physically, but we can always wave at them at far, or we can just give them a fist pump. Hands are for drawing. Who likes to draw? Miss Cindy likes to draw. We're going to talk a little bit about drawing in a minute. They're having fun. They're drawing in the sidewalk with their chalk. She's writing her name, drawing a happy smile. And hands are for playing. Of course, hands are for playing. What is she doing? Did she make some mud pies? And he's singing the Itsy Bitsy Spider song. Oh, they're having so much fun out there. Miss Cindy remembers when I used to do mud pies. Those fun times. Hands are for building. They're building a sandcastle. Oh, look at them playing along. That's a big castle. It's looking nice. Hands are not for hitting. What are hands for? For eating and drinking. They're having their afternoon snack. They're drinking a juice. They're eating crackers. Even the little doggy here is having his snack, his bone. Dressing and undressing. Yes, hands are for dressing. He's putting on his pants and also for undressing. He's taking his sweater off. If he lives in Houston, you wake up putting a sweater on and you end up taking it off. The sun comes out, you start getting hot. Keeping safe. Hands are for holding mommy's hands when we cross the walkway. You see, mommy's holding the little one's hand. It's very important when we cross. We hold our mommy's hands, our daddy's. And hands are for taking care. Brush, 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 brush. She's washing her hands. She's using her hands to brush her teeth. It's very important for us to wash our hands and brush our teeth. Hands are not for hitting. What are hands for? They're for helping. He's helping his younger brother put on his sweater. And of course, hands are for hugging. Give mommy or daddy a big, big hug. Cat wants a hug. He's hugging them too. He's like, I want a hug too. And hands are for waving goodbye. Hands are for waving goodbye. Look at all of these hands. Like I said, we have big hands, medium hands, and small hands. Even the dog paw is here. The end. I really enjoyed this book. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Once again, the title of the book was Hands Are Not for Hitting. And remember, moms and dads, when we read this story to them or any book to them, you always wanted to ask them open-ended questions, or you can even hear, you can ask them, what is he doing? Um, or hear what is she doing? Look how she brushes her teeth. Do you brush your teeth? You can always, use your books or illustrations for that. And here they're playing, and he's singing the ECBC Spider song. I'm happy that you guys enjoyed this book. We're going to move on to the activity for this week. The activity for this week is going to be drawing and writing. You guys will receive this activity. It's drawing and writing, making marks, and learning about language. You might be wondering, what does drawing and writing have to do with language? I'll explain it a bit to you. Language, when it comes to drawing and writing, is when your child observes and imitates drawing and writing on her own. She is showing she understands the difference between them. Writing is making marks that represent a thought. Drawing is art. It can represent feelings in object or scene. That's how language plays a role in drawing and writing. And of course, motor also plays a role. Motor skills are going to be when they use their hands, holding a crayon, holding a marker, or a pen or a color pencil. Your child's using more fine finger movement and less whole arm movement. Whole arm would be something like this, or even like throwing a ball or catching a ball. This gives him or her more control over her marks. So moms and dads, you can get any piece of paper. Miss Cindy here has a white piece of paper. It can be any color, any size, as long as you just provide your son or daughter with a piece of paper and give them options. Like I have here, I have crayons, I have markers, I have pens. Always try to give them options when it comes to drawing. Every single one of these items here, um, art supplies, you may say, it provides them with different kinds of fine motor. We have a thicker, a jumbo crayon. At home, you may have the ones that are just regular, the thin ones, and it's just the gripping. Just give them different types of writing materials, and that would help them. And then also, when your little one finishes using, let's say, the crayon, always try to hand them a new tool, a new writing. It could be a marker, it can be a color pencil. Also, listen to your child when they're drawing. Encourage her to describe what she's drawing. talk to her about the colors and shapes. And you may feel like, oh, she's just scribbling or she just did lines. Remember, parents, at this age, their imagination is really big. So I promise you, if you ask your little one, what are you drawing? We may see just a scribble and she may say it's mommy, it's papi, or it's Peppa Pig, or it's Paw Patrol, or it's a tree or a pumpkin. Just always ask them and encourage them. And you can always tell them, oh, what color did you use here? Can you tell me what color it is? And then you can always make a note. After every little drawing that they make or scribble, you can write, like let's say they have a line and they say it's mom, a little circle and they say it's a tree. Just label each item that they draw. And then also, and that will make that will keep constant language skills between you and your daughter and your son. When like I always say, always ask open-ending questions. We may know the answer and we may know what we feel that they're thinking, but just give them that moment of expression for them to express themselves. Also, your child's brain is sorting out language learning and sensory feedback from different materials. This is when it comes to using different kinds of materials, or even using a newspaper or a weekly ad. Sometimes we may not have a blank piece of paper, and that could be used, or even our cereal boxes. You can cut out the cardboard and they can use that as drawing. And then one more thing that I wanted to let you guys know, during this activity, your parenting behavior will be communicating. You are giving your child the opportunity for early drawing and writing experience and interpreting, labeling, and responding to that form of communication. Your parent behavior in this activity is communicating. You're constantly going to be communicating with your little one, asking them questions or just telling them, oh, let's say mommy's going to draw a tree. Do you want to draw a tree? Do you want to draw a bird? Again, constant language, and it will build their language skills. And then also for our parent handout that we have here is going to be stages of writing and drawing. We went ahead and chose this parent handout because it goes hand in hand with our activity for this week. And in this handout, you will see the different stages of scribbling for your little ones. And then also, when your little one is drawing and writing, they're practicing their fine motor skills that will develop into drawing and writing during the next several years. Remember, they start now with little scribbles. Like the first stage may be scribble stage. The scribbles are lines, circles, and all over the page, and that's fine for even right now. And then they start moving on to stage number two, which is separating their scribbles. They may have a scribble here, scribble there, and a line here. And then you move on to shapes. They start trying to they start trying to combine lines to make a shape. It may not look like a perfect triangle, but they are already analyzing and starting to attach lines to make a shape. And then they start making suns. They start building little suns and their little artwork, and they start beginning. And then our stage five will be beginning human forms. They start wanting to draw a circle with little sticks, saying, oh, this is mommy, oh, and this is puppy. And then you moving on to left to right scribbles. They start scribbling left to right. They move on to stage seven, which is they start mocking writing. In this stage seven, we see it as when they get older. We might not see it at this age group, but they start wanting to write their name. Once they start transitioning to Head Start, that's what we want to start seeing. For them to be able to write the first letter of their name, or uh, even if they write the first letter of their name, is a winner. And lastly, like I was saying right now, the some scribbles will start looking like letters. Of course, we're not expecting for our little ones to do a perfect A. Even if they have scribbles and they have a big line in the middle to divide the eight, it's more than perfect. And then this is a reflection for you as mom and dad to get out of this parent handout is, does your child's drawing and writing look like any of the examples in here? Just take a moment to look at all the examples and try to see which one is your son or daughter's stage in. And also another one would be, what kind of things does your child say when you're drawing and writing with them? What is their language? What are they telling you when they're drawing or when they're writing? That's a reflection for you as mom and dad that you guys can do together. And remember, mom, right now, especially now, having a crayon or having a pen in their hand is like the best for them. And then in one of our another handout that we sent home this week will be toddlers crying. I know in this age you may feel overwhelmed, like my little one is crying and crying and crying, and it's okay. You know, we all go through that. You may feel frustrated when your toddler cries, but your toddler is just frustrated that you can't understand what he's trying to communicate. A lot of times they're trying to tell us something, and of course, the same way that we may get frustrated, because the same way when we communicate with someone and they're not getting our point across, what happens to us? We start getting frustrated because they're not understanding what we were trying to tell them, or they're not comprehending what we're trying to say. So the same thing goes to your little one. They get frustrated when they're trying to talk to us and we're not understanding or we're not comprehending what they're saying, or we may not even look at them when they're trying to talk to us. That can cause frustration on a little one. You know, and also here it gives you some reasons and some reflections that you may want to read over. And it's, you know, and as of course, as when you read over this, if you have any questions, you can ask your home visitor about it. But how these are some resources. How can you tame the tears? One could be he's crying and you see that he's crying and crying and crying. Moms and dads, we should be detectives. We start thinking, is he hungry? Is his diaper wet? Is he having a hard time going to the restroom? Or is he just thirsty? Or is he hurt or something? We start playing detective. We start, as the parent here, trying to figure out why is our little one crying. Also, another thing is that we can start teaching our little ones to use their words, start using helpful words, use like feeling words or signs such as, are you sleepy? Are you hungry? Are you sad? You know, you may want to use these gestures and emotions as soon as you can, as when they're going. And now just make it, ask them, are you sad? Are you happy? Are you hungry? Even though you may know that they're happy, but you know, just asking them and then recognizing that at the moment they're smiling and you know laughing, that they're happy, they'll start connecting their words with their emotions and they'll be able to express themselves a little bit better to us. Also, be prepared. Be prepared that your child may start crying anywhere. You know, it could be at your doctor's visit and they're taking too long and he's getting hungry. You can be preparing carrying a small snack in your bag or carrying them their juice since you know already 2 o'clock he has a snack and you know your doctor's visit is at 12 and you know you may take long, you might be prepared already. Another one, moms and dads, we have to be very, very patient. We need to be more of the, if our little one is crying, I don't think it's a good idea for us to even get louder than them. You know, we have to be patient with them. Also, sometimes they just want to cry it out, and sometimes it's okay to let them cry it out. Another one is offer choices to them. Do you want cereal? Do you want oatmeal for breakfast? You know, help them control and be less frustrated. You know, just give them that option. And also, moms and dads, a key word would be consistent. Be consistent with them all the time. Don't give in to your toddler's demands. Handing him that cookie may be easy to fix it in the moment, but it's teaching him that if he cries, he's gonna get a reward. So also, you know, we have to be very consistent with our little one. We have to be in the same page when it comes to other caregivers in the home. He may go to grandma's or he may go to the babysitter or or even between you, mom and dad, you guys have to be consistent and be on the same page. Also, if your child sees you calm, he will copy your actions. We are always our child's first teacher. We should model what we want our children to do. If we are calm, you know, and they see that in certain times of actions we are calm, they will follow our lead too. And this is one of the handouts that you will have. And of course, moms and dads, if you have any questions, you can always ask your home visitor when the home visitor calls you to discuss our the handouts before our virtual visit. You can always, you know, talk to them about it if you have a concern or you may experience one of these things and you did one of the resources offered, or you use one of the tips and you like the outcome. Those are things that we would like to hear. Always your feedback helps us improve together. Like I always say, moms and dads and us as your home visitor, we are a team when it comes to our little ones. And thank you for having me in your home and doing this activity with me and joining me for reading time. It makes me happy to come in here and be able to, give out this good information for you. And of course, like I always say, if you have any questions, you can ask your home visitor as well as me. My name is Miss Cindy Renteria, and I was very, very happy to see you guys again and can't wait to see y'all next week. Bye bye.